In the last episode, we made it to Game 7 overtime against the Edmonton Oilers, who were the President's Trophy winner just that season. We plan on making a comeback against them, and hopefully making a deep run. So I realized that I didn't record the free agency signings for last season, so I'm just going to show you them real quick. We signed Brandon Dillon to a 2-year deal of $2.8 million, and we signed Nick Bonino to a 1/1.4. So here's our lineup to begin the season. We have Forsberg, Ryan O'Reilly, and Tomasino on the top line for +2 chemistry. And then we have Moore, Novak, and Duclair on the second for +1. We have Parsonen, Bonino, and Sissons for another +1. And our bottom line, we have Lewis, Glass, and Smith. Now our defense, we got positive chemistry all over the board. We have Yossi and Shannon on the top line for +3. We have Dillon and Hannafin for +2, and McDonough and Lazan for +2. And in goal, we again have UC Saros. And this year, we're going to start Yaroslav Askarov. He's a medium elite potential goalie. And my plan is, if we do good this season, we either keep him or we trade him in the off season. But if we do bad, I say we trade Saros away at the deadline, because he's currently on an expiring deal with no extension, so we would be able to get a lot of assets with him. So we're just gonna sim to the end of December. I'm actually speechless. I generally didn't think we were gonna be this good. We're at the top in our division with 23 wins, 9 losses, and 3 overtime losses for 49 points. Our offense is literally one of the best in the league. And our defense could use some work. Let's check our power. Our power play stinks. Okay, holy crap. Okay, what about our PK? Okay, our PK stinks. I think I know where we're going. I think we're gonna get some special teams during the trade deadline. Oh my god. Okay, we're second in the entire league. When I ended off last video saying that we're gonna compete, I didn't think. I just said that because I felt like it. I'm speechless. I don't even know how we are this high. Leading the way for the Preds is Phil Forsberg with 41 points, with 22 goals and 19 assists. This man's got a 20% shooting percentage. This man's crazy. Following Forsberg is Yossi with 35 points as a defenseman with 11 goals and 24 assists. And Novak has 29 points with 10 goals and 19 assists. For Preds goalies, UC Saros is leading the way with 20 wins, 6 losses, and 13 overtime losses with a .918 and a .265. This dude has 4 shutouts. Okay, I think we're gonna win something here. While in his rookie season, Yaroslav Askarov's not really having such a good stats. He's got an .888 with .396. But he did go up by 1, so we're not gonna diss him real. So after rearranging the power play, we're going to see how both our special teams work until the trade deadline. Okay, I generally don't know what to say. I think I just jinxed the team. We dropped to 3rd in our division and our offense got worse. And then in the entire league, we aren't even in the top 5. Where do we drop to? We're not even, we dropped to 12th. I'm kind of getting worried about this team. At the deadline, Forsberg has 57 points with 27 goals and 30 assists. Yossi has 49 points, and Duclair has 46. In the pipes, UC Saros is doing his thing with 29 wins with a .911 and a .295. Askarov's improved a lot. Has he gone up in ranking? Nope, he's still an 83, but his stats, he has 2 shutouts now. His stats are pretty good. I think we might want to keep him. Now, I just got a trade from the Capitals, which I think I actually might accept this. We get Backstrom and Gagner for 2 prospects. This dude's ripping it up in Washington. Okay, Washington's kind of weird. They offered this once, and they're saying that, we said no originally. I don't know what Washington's doing, but we still got Backstrom. Okay. Our defense was kind of bad going into the deadline, so I think I might have picked up a trade. Tampa, they're 1st in the league. I don't think we need their 1st. We're going to be shipping off Dillon for Adam Larson and a 7th to the Kraken. Let's see if we get it done. And we get it done. We just picked up Adam Larson. So I think I just cooked up a trade to help our bottom six. We're going to attempt to pick up Dvorak. He fits on our fourth line and all penalty kill. And Sissons, if we look here, he just don't fit on anything the coach wants. And Craig Smith, I think it's a pretty bad contract. He's just been sitting in the AHL doing nothing. But we're going to ship him a second, Sissons and Smith, for Dvorak and a prospect. Let's hope it goes through. It's a bit too low. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to add a 7th round pick for this year. We just got Dvorak. So here's what our team's looking at. Apparently Backstrom doesn't fit on any line except for the 4th. We just got fleeced. And I didn't realize this until now, but Ryan O'Reilly's dropped a lot. And we're currently paying him $4.5 a year. We're going to have to trade him at the draft. On the other hand, our defensive situation's gotten better. Like, look at this. Yossi and Larson +3. Shannon and Hannafin +2. McDonough and Lazon +2. Our defense is probably one of the best in the league, not gonna lie. That's a lie. And Saros is leading the way. Just behind an 83 overall Skarov. Okay, I generally can't tell if this team's good or not. We just finished the top of our conference with 51 wins, 27 losses, and 4 overtime losses. Our goals per game have gone better, and our defense, we got below 3. I don't know. And we climbed from 12th in the league to 3rd. I don't know what is going on with this team, but I feel something good's coming. At the top of the points list was Forsberg with 79 points. Novak had 66, and Duclair had 63. Leading all defensemen is no surprise, Roman Josi with 63 points. And in the pipes is Saros with 42 wins with a 915 and a 281. Askarov, I have a feeling he's going to grow a lot during the offseason. Either his trade value is going to go up or we're just going to keep him. He finished off with 9 wins with a 918 and a 275. Better stats than Saros. At the top of the league was Barkov with 110 points. Crosby came in close second with 108, and Kachuk tied him with 108 as well. Leading all defenseman is Erik Karlsson again with 89 points. And leading all goalies is Vasilevsky with a 919 and a 269. In the playoffs, we'll be taking off the Anaheim Ducks. Okay. I'm kind of worried about the series. In the first game of the series, we lost 10-1. But then we came back with 2 5-1 finishes. I'm kind of worried how these next few games are going to go. It seems pretty rowdy. Let's see how game 5 goes. We lost in overtime again. I swear to God, if we actually lose against the Ducks, I'm going to go crazy. We got a shutout. We're forcing a game 7 once again. And in game 7, we clutch. Ryan O'Reilly scores 2 to get another shutout for Saros. In the next round, we'll be taking on Cale Makar and the Colorado Avalanche. So far, the series is looking close. Each game has been at least by 1 goal decision, but we're leading the way with a 3-0 series league. Let's see if we can sweep Cale Makar. We're losing overtime. This series is very close. We just lost another game. Let's see if we can clutch it. I swear to God, if we get reverse sweeped, I'm actually gonna scream. This series is very even, and I'm very... Okay. I'm very worried. I was very worried, and I'm still very worried, but not as much. I attempted the pause game, and the Avalanche took a 2-goal lead, 4-2, and then Forsberg and Ryan O'Reilly scored to make a tie. I don't know how this game's going to end, and I don't want to find out. We're going into overtime. Finals. Ryan O'Reilly comes in clutch, and we are going to the conference finals in our second year. I'm actually super stoked because we're taking on the LA Kings and not the Edmonton Oilers. I don't want to go against McDavid. The Preds do not have a good series with McDavid. You know how last series ended? as much as I really want to get revenge on him for last year, it's better not to take them on. We have a 2-1 lead. Let's see if we can make it 3-1. We did. And come make it to the Stanley Cup final with this game. It's exactly what we're doing with the shutout. We're going straight to the Stanley Cup final where we either take on the Pittsburgh Penguins for a rematch or the Tampa Bay Lightning. We're going to be getting a 2016 rematch against my least favorite team, the Pittsburgh Penguins and Crosby. Let's see if we can clutch in year 2 to get a Stanley Cup. Right now it's very close with a 1-1 series. Sim game 3. We got another shutout. Saros is absolutely dominating. We got a 2-1 series lead in game 3. It's 2-2. This game is super close. And Pittsburgh has a 3-2 lead in the series. Pittsburgh's got a 3-1 lead. Pittsburgh. It's got a 3-1 lead. We gotta clutch in. We gotta clutch. Crosby just scored a 4th goal on us. It's over. It's literally over. Might as well just win the rest of the game. It's over. Pittsburgh have won the Stanley Cup on us. Okay, I'm being honest. You saw how the Preds were the first year. If we made it to the Stanley Cup final in the second year with me as being the GM, I think we have a bright future. We're going to get some nice picks in the draft, pick up some people, and hopefully we can make another run, and hopefully we could win the cup. For playoff stats, Forsberg led the way with 25 points, Moore had 20, and Novak had 19. Now, Saros is absolutely stacked in the playoffs. He carried 14 wins with a 913 and 286. He also had 4 shutouts. This man was locked in, and I think we're going to be locking him in a long contract in the offseason. Okay, I see a potential in this trade. We have no one good at our first overall pick, and Ryan O'Reilly has just dropped off extremely. So I was planning on picking up Boone Jenner. Now, if we look here, he's 2 years younger. He's on a cheaper contract, shorter amount of years. He's an 87 overall, and this man's been like ripping up the league. If we look at these stats, 65 points. This man has been ripping up the league so far, and he has X factors now. So we're going to acquire a couple picks and saying our first and Ryan O'Reilly to the Blue Jackets, and they're declining, so we're just going to get rid of the 7th, see if this works. They still reject, and what if we just pick up a 5th? They're still saying no. Quite far off. Let's just offer Boone Jenner for 1st and Ryan O'Reilly. They're not interested. We're going to have to spice up this deal a bit. We got a lot of picks, so we don't really need it. Let's send him a 7th from the Edmonton Oilers. See if that gets it done. And that gets it done. We just acquired Boone Jenner. Okay, we're going to go up the charts here. With our 2nd round pick, there's this one player I noticed. He has medium franchise potential. Scouts say it's a 50% chance of that happening. And from my knowledge, normally when it says that, it's normally in a low elite, medium elite. So he's a sniper. He's a center. He's got a potential, a decent amount of X factors. So let's just see if we can pick him up. And I was right. He's a medium elite playmaker. So you have these X factors. He don't have the X factors, but this is a very great pickup for us in the future. We can either trade in the future for assets, or if we stink, we could use him as a prospect. Right, we're gonna see if we can cook up a trade. We got 2/3 in Dvorak for 2 very good defensive prospects. See, they seem to say no. Offer's too far off. We got to quickly offer them. Let's give them a 5th and a 6th. We just picked up 2 nice defensive prospects, and we're going to trade away our final picks for a 3rd for next year. We should have honestly re-signed Saros right after the playoffs, but I'm going to try to offer him a 9x8 deal, and hopefully he accepts that. And then for Askarov, we're going to give him an entry-level contract. So we're going to offer Glass a 4x4. So Saros just rejected a 9x8 deal. Let's try something else. Cody Glass accepted. Askarov has just accepted that deal. Let's try 9.3x8. Saros still said no. We're going to try 9.5. Saros said yes to the 9.5x8. I think that's a pretty good deal considering the caliber he brings to the team. So we just re-signed Larson to what I believe was a 6.3x2. So we're going to give Tomasino an extension of a 4x2. In free agency, we're going to offer Savard a 2.1x1. We're going to offer Adam Henrique a 2.3x1. And Fast to a 1x1. So Henrique accepted the deal. And so did Fast. And then Savard accepted as well. And then Tomasino got the nice extension. Okay, I'm going to try to offer up this trade. We're going to give the Kings our lowly prospect from the last video, in the 5th and the 7th, for Forbot and Gurnoff. If they say no, I'm just going to move Gurnoff off the deal, and hopefully we get him. They accepted it. We just got our bottom 6, and potentially a depth defenseman. We're getting sent a deal by the Boston Bruins, 2 basically useless prospects in the 7th for a 3rd and a 4th. You already know I'm going to accept that deal. Okay, I just wanted to record this blockbuster right before the season started. To Vegas, we got Yalmark in a 2nd, and then to Boston, Brock Nelson in a 5th. It's a weird deal considering Brock Nelson was on Vegas. But you do you, I guess. So Seattle just sent me a deal. One of the defensive prospects dug out earlier in a 3rd for Toronto in a 3rd. Honestly, he could help out our bottom 6. We're kind of in a cap situation, but I don't know how, but we're kind of exceeding the cap right now. If we accept this, we can retain a bit so we don't get fined. I don't know if that's how that works, but we'll do that. And then, okay, I guess they just don't care. It's fine. We're just gonna accept for Toronto a 3rd, for a 3rd, and a prospect. Alright, so here's what our lineups looks like for the start of next season. Our forward core is extremely great. We got Boone Jenner in the first line with Forsberg and Glass. We got Novak, Parsonen, and Moore in the 2nd. And Novak actually got a few superstar abilities. He's got skilled up and unstoppable force. Skilled up I'm kind of surprised with because he had to have scored a lacrosse goal for that to happen. Maybe he got that off of Forsberg, but I guess we'll never know. And then our defense, it's kind of looking the same. McDonough kind of has fallen off, but we're running Yossi, Larson, Shannon, Hannafin, McDonough, and Savard. I think this defense can carry a team to a cup. But what's really going to carry our team to the cup is our goaltending, and holy crap, Askarov screwed a lot. We got Saros at our starting goaltender at a 91, and Askarov at our backup at an 87. He's still growing. He's got 3 years to grow. He's an elite medium. I think he actually might pass Saros. This team's got a very bright future.